going to take a look at an important question in culture today. Why psychics are demonic? Are they demonic? Millions consult mediums and psychics to speak with the dead. What are the motives that drive people to consult the departed? Do such activities, called divination in the Bible, lead to a curse and even demonic possession? I'm going to explain clearly to you why psychics are demonic. When Alison DuBois was 17, she heard a voice saying, "Move your bed." She did. That night, a truck driven by a drunk woman crashed through her bedroom wall right where the bed would have been. There were also other times that this woman heard a voice as a child, including her great-grandfather, who sat at the edge of her bed when she was just 6 years old. As an adult, this led to an interest in psychically solving crimes, and eventually, actor Kelsey Grammer, remember him of Frasier fame, asked her to do a TV show about her life. That project became the NBC series Medium. Best-selling books followed. Now DuBois is launching what she calls Dead University, a school for the psychically gifted. She teaches that when you're dead, you permanently revert to your happiest age. She declares that the afterlife is beautiful and vibrant, and that the heaven of loved ones isn't complete without us. Students of Dead University are taught to continually connect with the departed and include them in their daily lives. And all this is happening right next door to us, or so to speak, near our offices located in Scottsdale, Arizona. Think about it, deliverance and a psychic university in the same zip code. What are the reasons people want to talk to the dead? They may be overwhelmed with grief by the recent passing of a loved one and seek assurance that the departed are all right. They may feel they need to get advice from someone who helped them when they were alive, so they try to talk to that person who is dead. Others seek unknown information about the present or the future from the dead. They think the dead are on a higher spiritual plane with advanced perspectives. This is what King Saul did when he sought help from the dead prophet Samuel by consulting a witch, a psychic. 1 Samuel 28:7 says, "Then Saul said to his servants, 'Find me a woman who is a medium, that I may go to her and inquire of her.' And his servant said to him, 'In fact, there is a woman who is a medium at Endor.'" Well, many of you know the story. That particular inquiry cost Saul his kingdom and his life. 1 Samuel 15:23 says, "For rebellion is as the sin of witchcraft, and stubbornness is as iniquity and idolatry. Because you," speaking of King Saul, "have rejected the word of the Lord, he has also rejected you from being king." That shows you the severity of seeking out psychics. But there are some other reasons that people seek psychics. Those who have malevolent, evil intent may think that beings in another spiritual realm will help them to get even, to get revenge with somebody. That's a form of black magic that operates at the very highest level. Still, some go to mediums because they follow a religious philosophy that teaches communication with so-called ascended masters. There are groups like the so-called I Am cult and the Great White Brotherhood. They consult with beings who have gone on to the afterlife and they think have a more perfected existence. They are then supposedly able to help the less involved beings left behind here on earth. In the Bible, there's the story of the rich man suffering in hell that Jesus told. This man asked to go back and warn his other family members who were still alive. Through this parable, Jesus taught that there was a great chasm, a gulf, an impassable gulf between the living and the dead, and that neither can pass over to the other. That's found in Luke chapter 16. In other words, seeing and talking to the dead is really a farce, a sham. It's a scam. According to the Bible, in Deuteronomy, the 18th chapter, beginning at verse 9, these kinds of actions are known as divination. They're forms of witchcraft forbidden by the Lord. And why? Because they replace trust in God and His Word with unverifiable messages from the dead. Messages that are often directly in contradiction to Scripture, as mentioned earlier in the teachings of Dead University. In short, if you could consult a psychic for information about how life is to be lived, why would you need the Bible? Why would you need God as a source of supernatural information if what the psychic says is true? Isaiah 8:19 says this: when someone tells you to consult mediums and spiritists who whisper and mutter, should not a people inquire of their God? Why consult the dead on behalf of the living? So, if you're ever in the Phoenix, Arizona area, you have a choice. You can sign up for Dead University and risk eternal damnation in hell, or you can enroll in the International School of Exorcism and learn how to set people free from the deceiving demons of psychics.
Your financial support and prayers make it possible for us to bring hope for the hurting and freedom to those in spiritual bondage. For the latest information regarding ministry outreaches, go to boblarson.org or call 303-980-1511.